It's 6:20 AM at Oban Harbour. Innes, Joe and Louis have arrived after a wild night drive from Edinburgh. Mandy, Jim, Kiara, Lorna and me have trundled down the hill from our bed and breakfast quarters. I must confess to some dismay at seeing so many other cars lined up at the quayside. So much for us as a daring group of adventurers heading out to such a remote outpost of Britain. Once aboard the SS Clansman, our first stop is the galley and a Kelmac breakfast ahead of our 3.5-hour voyage. The gales have subsided a little, but we all expect a rough ride.
Jim's having a smoke, so we've come to the smoking area. 7:30, still no sign of light. Saddam has been hung.
It's very gloomy up there. Is that an indication of the weather? I wander westward, my heart desires, with seas alive, shadow me under the mountains of time, guide me to endless love.
Oh, it's going to be pretty wicked.
What if it went right over the weed? What if it went right over the flag? And
that's what we're waiting for. That's what we want, isn't it?
That's us coming into coal now. Louis, we're going back to sea. How about that?
It might get a bit choppy again.
No, I want to feel sick. I've already been sick
And I'm feeling a bit queasy myself at this point.
20 minutes out from Tiree now, and the green sea and sprouting rainbows and heaving swell, squalls coming and going. It's amazing stuff.
Meanwhile, the Glaswegian jet-setters, well breakfasted and without a droplet of sea spray between them, are joined by Linda and Bonnie for their short Loganair flight to join us. This is quite possibly Tiree's biggest event of the day, as the aircraft disgorges its load of babes, babies, boys, buggies, boogie boards, bicycles, and Zach's guitar.
Liam, do you want to come in here and sit on my knee? Come in this one.
Location, location, location. The site on which Island House now stands has been a going concern since the 11th century, then a fortified castle complete with causeway over the moat and drawbridge. This was knocked down in 1748 by the Duke of Argyll, who commissioned the current building as a family home. Although the channel between house and shore is now filled in, it's still surrounded by water on three sides, and stands as an imposing and lonely sentinel on Tiree's flat, open moorland.
That's us just arrived at Scarinish Hotel, having been absolutely soaked in a squall.
Droplets running down my trousers.
Meanwhile, back at Island House, Zach, Joe and Rosa have wasted no time in hatching their trademark brand of home entertainment.
I think it'd be better with the shoes on. Joe.
I can't like bounce over the down. I think the safety needs to be.
What? It needs to be. I think I just got burned on my leg.
Okay, so it's New Year's Eve, it's about midday, and the much promised storm is gathering strength here, and we're just out for a little potter about to getting flooded up already, and it's all very entertaining.
And there's the ferry pier in Got Bay, where we came in yesterday. Seems like we got a pretty lucky weather window. Rose is unlucky enough to be the Hogmanay casualty of a bug brought over from the mainland and making its way through most of the household. But the boys are in good fettle, as is Kiara.
New Year's Day, and whilst some of those hedonists without responsibilities stay slumbering in their beds, it's business as usual for families. Choose life!
Lots of kelp builds up on these storm-lashed beaches. Quite like whips, actually. Where's Lorna?
Maybe Tiree's only tree.
It's Tuesday, January the 2nd, and we are all meeting down at the beach south of Island House for our New Year swim.
perfect wave, if only it was bigger. But not that much bigger.
The moon is rising high in the east, the light is starting to fade, but the group are starting to converge from all ends of the beach, and it's time to get the kit off.
Wow, that's a lot of walk.
Oh yes, he can!
Oh, Lorna, you.
I'll finish right.
Oh no. Go on then. Oh my goodness. Did you get under, Zach? What the? Goodness.
Just to add to the delight of the moment, we find ourselves joined by a friendly seal, poking his snout out just above the water beyond the breaking wave, keeping an eye on us.
Chosen ones.
Wednesday, January the 3rd. We all head out to Ballavoulin Beach on the northwest coast. The boys on bikes, the ladies and children in carriages. Turns out most of the ladies don't even arrive. Lorna, who was bringing Ellie, Kiara and Mandy, takes a wrong turning somewhere and gets stuck in the mud.
How gentle was the breeze that surrounded the wave. How loud the seas roar on the four winds every day, sharing love, wounded gifts from ancient long ago. Together they closed in the circles we know. Will we treasure all the secrets with life's changing scenes, where our hearts were warm with love, so much love? Will the flowers grow again as I open out my hand? Precious time.
The weather is wild. It's a truly elemental day. Well, it's a beautiful January afternoon, and the neoprene junkies, new and old, are poised with their boards ready to take to the water.
Where our hearts were warm with love, so much love. Will the flowers grow again as I open out?
There's only one proper boarder in the company, so we assume this must be Innes getting up close and personal with the breaking wave. But it's quite hairy out there, and even his son can't bear to watch. This year's theatrical production was called The Voyage to Tiree, a tale of tragedy and betrayal on the high seas. The drowning sequence was especially compelling, but you really had to be there. The final act is a ghostly encore as the spirits of the dead stir to Rose's musical accompaniment, and Corin peers from behind the curtains. After the show, the critics assemble to discuss and debate the finer points of a brilliant performance. Meanwhile, the actors relax and unwind after a hard night under the lights.
You must promise me that you won't give up. No matter what happens. Promise me now, Rose.
I promise.
And never let go of that promise.
I will never let go, Jack. I'll never let go.
It's Friday, the
It's our last full day in Tiree. We all go back to Ballyvoolin Bay. The mussel hunting is singularly unsuccessful, but it's a glorious day and another opportunity to savour the beauty of this coastline.